This is the recording studio where I do the audio for my YouTube videos. Since it contains 3 different computers, it has 3 different keyboards. I needed a place to store my third keyboard, so I built it. I'll show you how in this video. The parts I needed: a short drawer slide set, and some steel I pick up at my local fabrication shop. They charge about 60 cents a pound for it. It's waste to them, but a gold to me. Before I even get started, I need to make sure these things are made out of steel so I can weld on them. A magnet sticks to it, so we know it's steel. This piece of scrap steel will make the perfect base plate for me. It's 14 gauge, so it won't bend very easily. We're going to cut off a piece of steel the length of the keyboard. The perfect tool for this is the plasma cutter. Now I need to build some sides to put onto my base. That'll be a metal strip 1 inch high. I keep a large stock of these 14 gauge metal strips on hand. They come in very useful for so many different projects. And they're easy to make. Use an adjustable carpenter square to set up your guide. Run your cut. Then repeat as many times as necessary. So a cutoff wheel is actually a lot more accurate than a plasma cutter, so I just used a cutoff wheel on this small piece of steel. Weld them into place. Use a flap disc to go back and clean up your welds. Flap disc is nothing more than an abrasive sandpaper for metal. Oh, I always round over the corners on all my welding projects so people don't get hurt by the sharp edges. The only other piece of steel I'll need is 2 mounting brackets. Again, they'll be made out of 14 gauge steel, and they'll run the full length of my drawer slide. If you build a lot of projects, you want to make yourself one of these. It's a metal bender. I use an adjustable carpenter square to ensure I don't get a crooked bend. Okay, here we go. Yep, it's that simple. Let's build a second one. I then drill a whole bunch of holes into the mounting bracket. These are pilot holes. I actually drill more holes than I need to give me versatility when I'm making an installation. I then increase the hole size to whatever size I need. These particular holes are big enough for my mounting screws to go in through. I'm going to weld the keyboard base onto the drawer slides. I mark every place there's already a hole on the drawer slide so I know where not to weld. X marks the spot. That's where I'm going to drill my holes for the welding. I know, it looks unsafe, but I know for a fact my arm is far enough away from that drill bit. Although I do finally wise up and just clamp the workpiece like I should have done the first time. If you work for OSHA, I apologize. I cover all the moving parts of the drawer slide so that flying metal bits don't get into them. These are ball bearings. Then I weld it into place. Oops, looks like didn't quite finish the weld on the back one, but it's definitely good enough to work. Weld the other drawer slide on. Now we want to weld the mounting bracket on exactly the same way we did the drawer slides. Pay very careful attention to the orientation of the mounting bracket and don't put it on upside down. The keyboard platform needs to be pointing upward when you're finished. Just saying. This keyboard has a cord. Cut out a notch for it. Then ensure there's no sharp edges that can damage the cord. Darn, I just noticed in the video, my Godzilla panel's not in the correct location. It's actually a cover that keeps all my airborne metal debris from settling on my storage shelves. Guess I'll have to go out and clean those shelves today. That's it, we're all done except for primer and paint. Oh yeah, I guess we should go mount the thing. And there we have it. One keyboard, installed and easy to use. Well, thanks for watching.